We have two items. One is the approval of minutes, and the second one is the pre-procurement conference for the following projects: the consultancy services for the technical services for the conduct of soil investigation at selected ports, package 10, and the consultancy services for the inventory and structural investigation survey of all marine structures at selected ports nationwide, and development of asset management system for ports, package 1.
Miss Vice Chair, I move for the approval of the minutes of back meeting HO back EP call number 015-2018 held on September 5, 2018.
Upon motion being made and seconded, the minutes of the previous back meeting, HO back EP call number 015-2018, which was held on September 5, 2018, is hereby approved. Let's proceed to the second item, which is the pre-procurement conference for consultancy services for the technical services for the conduct of soil investigation at selected ports, package 10.
Good afternoon. This is the pre-procurement conference for the technical services for the conduct of soil investigation at selected ports, package 10. The governing RAs 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations on the eligibility statement and screening, bid security, performance security, pre-bidding conference, evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award of contract. The scope of work shall cover the drilling and testing of soil samples from 106 boreholes, of which 84 shall be drilled offshore each to a depth of about 50 meters below seabed, and 22 shall be drilled inland to a depth of 30 meters below existing ground line maximum for each borehole, respectively, and or there is 5 consecutive SPTN values of at least 50 blows, but with less than 1 foot of soil penetration recorded during to a successive 15 centimeter penetration of the split spoon sampler, or 4.5 meters coring into bedrock, whichever comes first. The minimum depth of drilling for both offshore and inland boreholes is 15 meters deep. The actual number of boreholes, their locations and depth are subject to change depending on field conditions. These are the selected ports, namely Corimao, Ilocos Norte, Magnog, Sorsogon, Lucena City, Quezon, Bulan, Sorsogon, Pio Duran, Albay, San Andres, Catanduanes, Octoy, Odiongan, Romblon, Masbate City, Masbate, Suwal, Pangasinan, Kawayan, Masbate, San Jose, Caminawit, Occidental, Mindoro, Villa Miranda, Victoria City, Negros Occidental, Alegria, Ruanga, Aklan, Tagbilaran City, Bohol, Maguinoo, Calbayo, Samar, Balibay, Southern Leyte, Baciao, Ibisan, Capiz, Tubigon, Bohol, Lipata, Surigao del Norte, Iligan City, Lanao del Norte, Timaco, Palanganan, Cotabato City, Maguindanao, Plaridel, Misamis Occidental, and Zamboanga City, Zamboanga. These are the locations of the port site to be soil investigation. Or ports in Luzon, ports in Visayas, and Mindanao. The approved budget for the contract is 33,194,196 pesos and 54 centavos. The contract duration is 8 months. The number of consultants to be shortlisted is 5. But other requirements under RA 9184 are retention money, 10% based on the total amount due to the contractor prior to any deduction, and shall be retained from every progress payment until 50% of the value of works are completed. Extension of contract time must be done prior to the expiration of the contract time and within 30 calendar days after such work has been commenced, or after the circumstances leading to such claim have arisen. Delivered to the procuring entity notices in order that it could have investigated them at that time. Liquidated damages to be deducted from the contract price a sum equivalent to 1/10 of 1% of the price of the unperformed portion of the services for each day of delay based on the approved contract schedule up to a maximum deduction of 10% of the contract price. Eligibility screening and shortlisting of consultants based on a non-discretionary pass-fail criteria. Shortlisting of eligible consultants shall be based on experience and capability of the consultant, plan of approach and methodology, and the quality of personnel to be assigned. Evaluation method procedure shall be quality cost-based evaluation, or QCBE. These are the evaluation criteria and rating system. For technical, the weight is 80% and the financial is 20% with a total of 100%. Under the technical evaluation, our experience and capability of firm, which is 50%, plan of approach and methodology, 25%, quality of personnel to be assigned, 60% with a subtotal of 100%. Technical proposal shall have a minimum qualifying mark of 70%. The computation for the financial is the lowest bid divided by the amount of bid times 20%. These are the criteria for the evaluation of the bid. Experience and capabilities of the firm 15%, and under this are work experience similar to the project 9%, work experience not similar to the project 2%, present workload 4%, under this is personal workload and firm's workload. Roman number 2 is plan of approach and methodology is 25%. Under these are substance of the proposal as the plan of approach and interpretation of project problems and solution with 13%. Understanding of project objectives 3%. Firms understanding of project component services to be offered 3%. Quality and soundness of methodology and approach 3%. Substance of proposal as to interpretation of problems and solution 4%. This total are 13%. Completeness of proposal 4%. Under these are comments on the DOR, appropriateness of bar chart, schedule, duration for project requirements, effectiveness of the work program. And letter C is clarity of methods and approaches 4%. Under these are innovativeness 2%, clarity of presentation, organization of proposal 1%, applicability to local conditions 1%. And staff organization and manning schedule 4%. Compatibility of manning schedule with the proposed work program 2%. Task description and letter of commitment of each key personnel 1%, and total man-months is 1%. For the quality of personnel to be assigned, this is 60%. Other these are education 15%, and the team leaders 10%, other key personnel 5%. The experience is 40%. This is years of experience relevant to his proposed position 20%, the team leader is 14%, and other key personnel is 6%. Years of experience outside his proposed position but related to the project 10%. Years of experience with the firm 10%, and the last is training 5%. This is the tally of the evaluation. This is the evaluation for the consultants key personnel. You will elaborate. Thank you.
Yung list of ports, yung port location, ang basic name is NTPIP
Just ATP.
as ATP.
Yung project natin ngayong
For the year.
course. Yeah.
What if any of these port location will not be, not be feasible, is it? Kung hindi siya feasible, after the soil investigation, what would happen? Or
Ang nililipat lang yung location niya. Kasi may coordinates siya. Kung hindi niya ma-attain, lilipat lang. It's not the area, it's the location of port.
pero kung APP siya for the year, pasok pa rin siya after the soil investigation.
8 months yan.
Kaya.
Kaya pa.
Kung mabilis naman, siya ang kailangan natin ay for equipments. So, 4 na sabay-sabay. Yung priority dun sa APP, Actually, tapos na yung ibang DEP, hintay na lang yan at i-adjust na lang. Kumbaga yung sa DEP, triggers to may soil investigation, may settlement analysis. Ginagawa niya yung DEP noon. Pero pagkatapos na, hintay lang nila yung result, i-adjust lang nila, then submit na ka. So, simultaneously, ginagawa niya yung DEP, parang di pa pinafinalize. Pag lumabas na result ng soil, saka lang nila ipafinalize. Kasi kaysa mag-start sila na-intay yun, ina-ano na yung ina-adjust na yun. A-adjust na lang nila kung halimbawa 80 meters yung pilote. Pero yung dumating na is 20, yun lang naman i-adjust ka. Yun lang. Pero yung settlement, kaya naman kung mananalo, kabisado na. Ang downside, pag yung nanalo hindi mo sanay, doon magkakaroon ng mabagal na result. Pero kaya, lalo at 20, ano lang yung projects natin.
Pero lahat kailangan mag-apat mo.
Oo, pwede.
RA 9184 before.
Pero iba, ginagawa rin naman nila kung merong yung tawag doon, as-built, katabi-katabi, pinagbabasihan na rin nila.
So, as-built plan small or project?
Yung malalaki, pero yung mga 10 meter, mga pasway-pasway, hindi naman siya, hindi mo siya kasi is landing na, mga landing lang ng pangkain eh. Yung long naman niya siguro, hindi ganun.
Ilang beses po tayo nagkakandak ng soil investigation?
Sa isang taon.
For a particular port, ilang beses siya
Hindi kasi bagong location yan eh. So, as designer sila, ayaw nilang gamitin. Para makasiguro para mabawasan yung mga variation order, para isaktuhan at least. Kasi gamitin yung dati, eh hindi rin sila, yung mga designer, ayaw nila mag-risk ng design nila na walang soil investigation. Every ano yan eh. Meron tayo dito, pero yung bago natin gagawin sa kabilang side, so kailangan mo rin ng, kasi sa soil, 1 meter, iba na ang ano eh, characteristics na soil sa ilalim pinapit.
So,
Every project, depende sa kanila. Yung design
The nearer you have the soil investigation, the more accurate is
yung accuracy ng design eh. Kasi, noong dati kasi, test file ang ginagamit. Pero mahirap yun eh. Tsaka requirement sa nitrogen report, every project, sila sa investigation. Yung preliminary engineering, part yan. Same with ano yan sa hydrotopo. Kahit pag hydrotopo, pinapaano pa rin nila, pinapasurvey pa rin ulit. Lalo for the last 5 years. Kailan natin ang bago kasi using patient everything. Yan yung
sa requirement ng 91. There will be no procurement unless there is a soil investigation.
hindi dapat magpag-usap sa DE na walang ganyan, preliminary engineering kasi nasa lang yung report. We can use the other old data, pero siyempre, kaya kami ganyan, magsisigurado na yung mga designer. Diyan nakasalali kasi yung everything, cost, design, natin nakasalali. Paano nag-a-arrive sa ABC, yung nakita ninyo kanina. Diyan nakasalali lahat yun.
Ms. Vice Chair, I move that the Fed Procurement Conference for the project procurement of technical services for the conduct of soil investigation at selected ports, package 10, be considered as complete and that the project be considered for procurement.
Second the motion.
On motion duly made and seconded, the scope of work and other features as presented for the procurement of technical services for the conduct of soil investigation at selected ports is hereby adopted and is considered for the next phase of the bidding process, which is the purchasing. So for the next project, consultancy services for the inventory and structural investigation survey of all marine structures at selected ports nationwide and development of asset management system for ports. Package.
They will explain the original. Oo, kasi ano yan eh. Una pa lang yan. Yung mga papaliwanag na dalawa perfect.
Good afternoon, Madam Vice Chair, and good afternoon to everybody. This is the consultancy pre-procurement presentation for the consultancy services for the inventory and structural investigation survey of all marine structures and its accessories at selected ports nationwide and development of asset management system for ports, package 1. Just to give you a little background of this project, due to the global trend in the shipping industry and the growth of container transportation, the need to modernize these ports is inevitable. The structural soundness and adequate capacity of the existing waterside facilities are the key requirements to ensure smooth flow of waterborne commerce passing through these ports in the conduct of domestic and international trade. Being subjected to ship berthing forces, moving loads, and surcharges on the port structures itself, compounded on site by meteorological and oceanographical conditions, and the effect of climate change and the planned development and modernization of these ports, there is a need to investigate the present structural soundness, to estimate present load limits of existing structures, and to provide an appropriate method and efficient or economic schedule to repair and maintain all marine structures at these ports. Inasmuch as it will be implemented in accordance with the guidelines of the procurement and consultancy services on government projects under RA 9184. The following procedures and processes shall be governed by the said RA and its implementing rules and regulations. And these are the eligibility statement and screening, bid security, performance security, pre-bidding conference, evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award contract. And these are the scope of services to be undertaken by the consultant. Number 1, undertake inventory of all ports existing marine structures. Number 2, assess and document the type of port and marine structures presently constructed at said ports. Review of previous studies. Inspect and document the condition of all structural members of the wharf or pier above and below water, and all other marine structures. This shall include but not limited to piles, tops, beams, slabs, retaining wall, fender beams, and pads, ballocks, including rolled up fenders and its accessories, and etc. Number 5, take samples, specimens of materials from existing wharf, pier structures, beams, slabs, and other marine structures constructed for laboratory testing. Number 6, field the non-destructive testing of the structural members using any of the following penetration methods: A. Rebound hammer method, B. Pull-out test method, C. Ultrasonic pulse velocity method, D. Radioactive method, E. Ferroscanner testing the axle capacity of piles, F, pile integrity test, or PIC, or pile dynamic analysis and any other necessary non-destructive test to accomplish the objective of this study. Number 7, restoration of the demolished portion, the demolished portion of the wharf, pier, or pier deck as a result of the field testing shall be restored to its original state or condition. Number 8, scrapping of barnacles to determine the extent and magnitude of damages and weak spots of piles or any other marine structures. Number 9, assess the condition of the marine structures and classify them into damage categories depending on the degree of damage or deterioration. The basis for the classification or categorization shall be done into 5 categories, and these are category 1, being no damage evident to, and then category 5, which is severely damaged. Number 10, provide digital photograph in high resolution digital camera. Number 11, prepare as-built plans in AutoCAD format for each of the wharf, pier and other marine structures, structural members. Number 12, prepare construction methodology, detailed plans and program work for the repair and rehabilitation of the structural members of the structure or structures. Number 13, prepare structural computations to be submitted to the PPA. Number 14, prepare a detailed spreadsheet calculation of the quantities for each structural members. And number 15, the consultant shall also develop a simple yet effective asset management system for ports, particularly on the maintenance and repair of all marine structures and its accessories. And these are the identified and initial priority list of ports for this project. The Limay, Lanao, Bataan, Puerto Princesa, Palawan, Cagayan de Oro in Misamis Oriental, Dumaguete in Negros Oriental, at Pilaran in Bohol, and Surigao in Surigao del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 41,590,586 and 91 centavos. The total consultancy cost is 47,205,316 pesos and 14 centavos. The duration of the consultancy services is around 6 months, and the number of consultants to be shortlisted is about 5 consultants. Progress payments are subject to retention of 10%, referred to as the retention money, which shall be based on the total amount due to the contractor prior to any deduction and shall be retained from every progress payment until 50% of the value of works are completed. In case there is an extension contract time, it must be done prior to the expiration of the contract time and within 30 calendar days after such work has been commenced, or after the circumstances leading to such claim had arisen, delivered to the procuring entity notices in order that it could have investigated them at that time. Liquidated damages should be deducted from the contract price, the sum equivalent to 1/10 of 1% of the price of the unperformed portion of the services for each day of delay based on the approved contract schedule up to a maximum deduction of 10% of the contract price. The eligibility screening shall be based on a non-discretionary pass-fail criteria, and the shortlisting of consultants shall be based on the following: applicable experience of the consultant and associate in case of joint venture, which may be given a 40% percentage rate. Qualification of principal and key staff, 40%. Current workload relative to capacity, 20%. The evaluation method that will be used in this exercise shall be quality-based evaluation. And this is the evaluation criteria and rating system. For technical, for the experience and capability of firm, 30%, plan of approach and methodology, 35%, quality of personnel to be assigned, 35%, for a total of 100%. The technical proposal shall have also a minimum qualifying mark of 70% in order for the consultant to be qualified for the technical requirements. For the financial, the consultant achieving the highest technical score has its financial proposal open, and provided that it is within the approved budget for the contract, it will be invited to negotiate the contract. Since we are using the quality-based evaluation, the technical proposals shall be almost 100%. The financial proposal shall be done through negotiated contract. It will be also, the negotiation shall also cover the technical aspect, the technical proposal of the consultant, in case there are some clarifications to be made by the procuring entity. And these are the evaluation forms pro forma that shall be used in the evaluation of the consultant. For the experience and capabilities of firm, 30%. Plan of approach and methodology, 35%. Quality of personnel to be assigned, 35%. And this is the, more or less the summary of the evaluation sheets. We are giving a almost an equally distributed percentage, since it is a highly technical and special study. We are contemplating that the consultant should deliver a balanced proposal, particularly on their experience and experience of the personnel that will be assigned on the project. And this is the forms for the evaluation for the key personnel and team leader. That's what Mr. President, Madam Vice Chair.
If I could remember it right, last year we have parang inventory for engineering. It was, I think, small value, less than 1 million yung amount for similar na inventory. Is it related doon sa previously nagawa ng engineering? Meron naman parang
Database ng
Database.
yung ginawa
Database ng mga projects.
Pero meron yung infra rin yun. Infrastructure din yun. So eto, anong difference nito dun sa ginawa nung sa engineering? Bukod meron yung, I think may testing for mga slabs.
If I may, because the database is purely a database on inventory without any testing whatsoever.
Hindi
So
nila gagamitin yun. Kasi may inventory na.
Yun nga yung next question ko ha. Ano yung basis nung Cagayan de Oro, Suital, Tagbilaran, Dumaguete, and the rest of the ports chosen for this project?
Kasi limited lang po kasi yung ginawa nilang investigation doon. This will already cover all marine structures and its accessories.
Why only these ports?
These are only the initial list. May mga susunod pa.
Then after that, we will come again to the back, then send another ports. All ports in the Philippines, it will be covered by this project.
There should be a criteria from among the ports listed under PPA, then which would come first or the prioritization as far as the investigation or the inventory is
Base port.
concerned.
Base port.
So after
All the base port.
after all the base work or whichever comes first, let's say for year 2019, you have finished all this, and then you come up with your report. That report will become the basis of the RFM and CAPEX.
Yes, ma'am.
Parang ganun.
Yeah, oh. Yan nga yung pinaka-objective niyan.
Pero di ba dapat doon pa natin ginawa?
Noon pa sa,
Nung pa talaga yan,
Nung pa
kaya
sa-
lang.
which you have no basis in preparing
Parang,
Never na you have pre-procurement
Actual
for...
trabaho ng PMO yan eh.
ah,
Kaya lang, hindi sila, siyempre, compliance din sa directive. Pinutusan kami ng management na mag-top up
they
niya
will
para maiwasan
study,
yung mga unnecessary repair maintenance.
will conduct
So, iko-cover niya lahat yan. Ito yung
Hindi
development. Kasi depende kasi sa assessment eh. Kung halimbawa sinabi, no need for repairs, just total demolish, lalabas yun.
Hindi
mas
lala.
once you have your pre-pro, you would only ask, so dumaan ba ito sa ito, di ba? So that's
Pwede.
it.
Kasi makita nyo naman, after the report, sila magsasabi na itong report na to, hindi na kailangan i-repair. Total demolish na to. Kaya kung sinabi naman, repair na to, maganda pa yung structures, papasok sa repair. Parang ganun.
So, lahat ang first na mga major ports.
Eh, terminal ports.
Lahat.
Medyo mga trabaho nga ito kasi siyempre, kaya mahal yan. May equipment yan eh, na special eh. No?
Sir, if I may ask, ano yung system na gagamitin? Is it a software system na i-develop ng consultant as para maging basis siya para sabihin na for repair na to? Ano klaseng system?
Every report will show this schedule and what is the current status ng structure, then what are the maintenance
Balik ko
needed.
dun sa scope of work. Para yan. Yan yung mga,
Yan.
yan. NDT testing. Actual yan na, wala siyang,
Walang sisirain.
wala siyang software.
Walang
Actual yan.
Ito babagsak na. Kailangan immediately.
Yan mga ultrasonic pulse velocity. Pag-filter lang ito,
Report lang yan ang sasabihin sa akin.
Yes. Report.
I thought kasi, system siya, pag gusto mong tingnan yung isang port, ilang years na yung fender system mo. So makikita na doon, ito, based on ano,
mas accurate to.
or ano na siya,
Kasi
or
talagang
repair na siya, or totally,
More than
structural soundness siguro.
Actually, ma'am, may isasawit din sila parang sort of program.
oo,
Ito yung sa asset management system na i-develop nila. So doon makikita rin ma'am.
yung isa, yung asset management.
So, mapipinpoint yan na you need to repair this.
Oo,
You need to,
At this day, as the year,
you need to develop this.
yeah,
You need to remove and replace this with,
Sir, another question. Madam. Yung kanina kasi, yung cut lang ng evaluation na gagamitin, QC, BE yung isa. Yung isa. why did you opt to have it QBE only? Quality based. Kasi yung kanina, quality cost based. And then you shifted it to quality based only. What is the reason?
Kasi ma'am, in as much as this is a special study at saka ngayon lang natin gagawin, parang medyo masyadong technical, we have the, 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 to accomplish the objective, we have the leniency to to ask the consultant to clarify during the negotiation kung anong kailangan pa at anong gagawin nila. Doon sa proposal nila, kung mayroon tayong clarification, that's why we have to negotiate not only on the financial side but also on the technical proposal.
Given na sa technical kasi kayo na yung may expertise na, what would be the role ng back when it comes to negotiation? Kasi we never, I don't know if we have done this before. This is new for me. I don't know how it will go during the negotiation. Meron ba tayong negotiable terms? Meron ba tayong it's a no-no, it's for negotiation, something like that, for us to be prepared during the negotiation?
Usually during the evaluation of the technical proposal, meron mga lalabas doon ng mga clarifications, and that's the time na yung technical ng PDD, yun na lang yung mag-recommend siguro. Then on the financial, after the opening of their financial proposal, baka meron ding makita doon mga mga kailangan i-clarify, then that's the time that we raise during the negotiation.
Sa akin nga, I don't want to be caught off guard pagdating sa negotiations. I want to see the parameters wherein na eto is for negotiations. Kasi mahirap na i-lay down, ay hindi naka-lay down yung mga dapat for negotiations. Kasi hindi ko alam paano ito gagawin pagdating sa negotiations eh. Ano yung mga i-negotiate natin? For example, sa technical walang problema kasi sagot nyo eh. We will rely exactly doon sa technical working groups. Pero dapat kasi, inform ang members ng back. Kasi sila rin naman ang magtatanong paano siya i-negotiate eh.
When negotiation comes, yung ano ba yan? Parang
Sa financial lang ba yung negotiation?
sa financial or sa technical?
Ito,
Pero yung set A, BC mo, yun na yun. Ganun ba yun?
Hindi sa technical yan kasi di ba may evaluation kayo,
At
detailed
ang
evaluation.
gusto nilang malaman,
After the
after the
audit.
evaluation, may recommendation ng PWG, may napili na kayong consultant. That's doon pa lang papasok ba sa negotiation?
after we choosing,
Sa stage sila papasok?
After the
Pag may napili na
evaluated
kayo,
technical proposal, the first round, then doon lalabas yun.
pag may napili na silang consultant, magre-recommend ang PWG na ito yung nanalo. Base dyan sa criteria na yan. Ngayon, kasi yan yun nga, tama, bago nga yung so sila
clarify lang.
Kasi okay na yung
so
technical.
kung baga na open na ang financial, na open ang technical, pareho na open na.
Doon sa technical, clarification lang, pero pwede nyo i-clarify lang kung ano mga yung sa financial, yun yung
So
negotiation
yung
na.
first stage po, the same ng QCBE, we will open the technical proposals ng mga consultants. Then kung sino yung makukwalify, may detailed evaluation yon. Technical yung ginagawa nila. Technical. So ano nila yan kung makukwalify sila. So kung sino yung makukwalify, yun lang yung magsasubmit ng proposal, financial.
Yun lang yung open.
Actually, lahat sila magsasabit na two envelope system pa rin eh.
Oho.
Pag nagkaroon na ng ranking sa technical proposal, ang first track, yun yung unang bubuksan yung financial niya. Then doon magkakaroon ng negotiation.
How will you determine na ano? Kasi kung sabay-sabay silang magsasubmit, alimbawa na qualified, ang sa qualification nyo, ilan sila? Dalawa. So pareha sila magsasubmit ng financial.
Financial at saka technical proposal. So may ranking ka sa technical proposal.
Hindi, tapos ka na sa technical eh.
Oo.
Na-evaluate
So yung number
nila
one,
Oh.
na rank, yun yung financial proposal niya kung i-open.
Oh, yun. Yun nga yung
And
sinabi ko
saka
na
kayo
isa
mag-negotiate.
na lang ang matitira
Oo.
kung sino yung highest
Oo.
doon sa ano.
And pag nag-fail yung first rank na technical, yung rank na
Saka
technical,
ka pupunta sa
saka
second.
pupunta sa second.
Oo.
Yun
Sir,
yung negotiation.
question po. Paano kayo mag-negotiate? Kasi syempre magsasubmit niya ng financial proposal niya within the APC. Ano pa yung pag-negotiate doon?
Mayroon
Hindi ko
yung
ma-imagine lang.
Hindi ka nga, dapat hindi ka, above the APC. It should be within the APC, di ba? So ano yung in-negotiate sa amount?
Siyempre kahit pa paano pag in-invite natin sila, alam naman nila yung APC. So alam na nila yung more or less yung amount. Tapos ano pa yung pag-negotiate natin doon? Di ba?
Pwede pa natin
Siyempre, imposible naman na magbigay din sila ng proposal na financial na masyadong mataas doon.
Unless they would negotiate that all the scope of work, kumbaga, are beyond, hindi naman pwede paasan yun, di ba?
Ano within the APC? In-negotiate siya. So ibig sabihin, yung i-offer nila na amount, pabababain pa natin. So, parang hindi sila ang magde-determine kung magkano. Say, ako nag-offer ako within the APC na 41 something, no? So, tayo, on the part of kayo, TWG or BAC for that matter, ine-negotiate yun to make it lower. So, yun lang ang purpose, to make the lower, the financial proposal.
Eh, what if they don't want it to make it lower?
Yun nga yung negotiation. So, yun
Baka
nga
pupunta sa second bid eh.
yun na nga yung negotiation.
If I may, kung ang concern nyo kasi is more on technical, pwede naman tayo mag-QCBE pa rin. Para hindi tayo mahirapan ng i-negotiate yung financial. Eh, kung mag-QCBE kayo, taasan nyo na lang sa technical nyo. Kasi nakaraan, it's 80-20. Why not 90-10? Kung ang concern nyo talaga is more on sa technical, taasan nyo yung technical nyo. Para at least, kasi parang yung negotiation, we don't know yung parameters up to hanggang saan tayo mag-negotiate. At least pag QCBE, evaluated siya based on quantity na siya. Ano na yun? Figures yung pag-uusapan eh. So, there's no way for us na magiging subjective pa siya. Sa akin lang, yun lang yung ko, mag-QCBE. Pero taasan yung yung quality, technical.
Kasi dito, who will determine kung okay na yung amount na gusto mo? O ano? Hanggang saan? 50% of the amount of the proposed amount or what? So who will determine kung hanggang saan yung dapat na ilo-lower mo?
Saka technical siya, how will you measure the amount equivalent to each and every scope of work? Which are all technical ano siya.
Unless TWG can lay down the parameters for us up to when can we negotiate when it comes to financial. Kasi for me, it's vague. I don't have any idea on how to do it. I don't know kung ako, that's my personal opinion. I don't know if you have other experience on how to negotiate when it comes to this QBE. Kasi ngayon lang din ako kung sakasakali mag-handle ng ganitong procurement. We're asking QCBE tayo. I think the technical working group has been doing that for quite a while. And meron na rin tayong basis. I'll just propose na taasan yung technical for a 90% or even 95% if that is allowed.
99.
Ano?
If that is allowed, so that ano na tayo, sure tayo na yung competition would be, hindi na siya subject for any negotiation. Kung sino na yung highest rated na consultant, siya yung mananalo. I don't know, that's just my proposal.
Rolly, ano ba ang basis, ano yung inyong objective bakit lagi yan? Yun, bakit nga?
Kasi we're very particular on the output. And as you can see, we distribute it equally also on the technical aspect.
Pwede kang bawasan.
Pero doon sa dati na sa consultancy, doon sa soil, doon sa FS, 80-20 yun eh. Kasi kaya ganun yun, nung araw, yung iba dumaday, tapos nagsasuffer yung technical. Kaya ginawa namin 80-20. Ngayon, hindi ba pwede ganun din ito? I mean,
Sa kanya sir, taasan yung technical, 90.
What's your proposal?
90-10.
90.
Bawasan niyo yan. 30-30.
Bawasan namin yung...
So yan ang approach at
No, I will do it. I don't think yung plan...
nung araw kasi isang batch lang nagkaroon ng negotiation.
Ganyan na rin
So,
siya.
investigation din yung tao.
Ganyan na rin siya. I-rate mo na 90. Mga 10
Ito yung
million.
negotiation.
Ganyan na rin siya.
Talagang
Yung
binaba ng
technical,
binaba at talagang
890,
Wait lang niya is 90.
Ang weight na technical is 90. Ito, 10.
Napunta din sa pangalawa.
90
Isang beses pala nangyari. Tapos naba. Eh, okay lang. Hindi ba pwede gano'n? Parang ano,
Pwede.
masatisfy ang kasi yung back sila yung pag ano eh, sila magka-approve niya. So parang meron sila ano eh, may violent reaction. Hindi naman, ano lang,
Dati
meron
pang
na
balik
sila.
natin sa
Hindi naman kaya nagdating mo pa ngayon kasi kung paano yung how you will go about
Kasi ang hirap
negotiation.
pag-negotiate sa consultant. At tinatatandaan mo yung kauna-unahan kay Mr. Dr. Barak, yung sa Soldig. Di ba, ninegotiate yun? Hanggang sa umayaw yung first bidder, yung winning bidder. Na kaya kasi napakababa na. Kahit ako sabi ko, wala, paano ba ito magagawa kung ganyan na yung presyo?
Paano nag-negotiate?
Pero may kumagat.
Oo, dapat.
Oo, magbibigay ka ng amount.
Si Saldivar, Dr. Saldivar.
Magbibigay kayo.
That was 1990.
1 million.
What's the point of negotiating?
26 tagal na rin.
Kaset ka na naman ng ABC eh. So, ba't kailangan ka pang
What's the pleasure of the...
Silat mo na yung ABC
What's
eh.
the point of negotiating in terms of financial when in fact you already have the scope of work and everything in the ABC?
Actually, we have an experience before yung sa PTV ng North Harbor. The consultant submitted a financial proposal of 100 million and we negotiated down to 90 million.
19?
Yes.
What 9? Hindi naman nagsama
100
yung
to
trabaho
90
niya.
19-1-9.
Yes.
Why in the first place you have this ABC? Because when
Meron
you
detail list.
arrive at
May detailed
May
estimate
detailed
ng
estimate.
mga kailangan.
Nalala mo
Sobrang layo ah.
Oo nga, eh, parang iba na
80% pang nabawas.
Parang ano.
Di ba ano naman talaga masyado lang ang taas ang asking
Yeah.
price? Baka naman feeling niya ano lang yun.
What's the pleasure of the... What's your pleasure
na?
na?
Actually, matagal na yan eh. Last year pa rin yan.
Tapos taasan yung minimum qualifying mark.
Ano, pag hindi na lang, okay lang. Basta sa gusto lang.
Yung as suggested by Miss Jo,
Or 80
kung QCBE din siya, pero it's not 80-20 but 90-10, and then the minimum qualifying mark is 80.
Dapat nga 85 eh.
Can we...
Huwag na may butal.
Baka naman mo lang mag-fail lahat yan ha.
Baka fail, masyado na yata mataas.
Kami ano dyan.
Okay rin.
Dugot pawis sa pinunod natin.
Doon naman yung negotiation. Wala namang negotiation.
Kapag nag-fail, ano kaya kailangan dalawa eh.
So, alam nila ang story behind that project.
Pero I think this is a good
For me,
Yes.
this is a good project, except that we have to start it with the right
Yeah.
system and approach.
Sige,
So,
anong pleasure ng back? 80-20 or 90-10? 7? Kasi kung technical ang kailangan nyo, tasan nyo sa technical.
We prefer 10.
Very safe ang 80-20.
Or even 5, if we can negotiate it with the
Hindi
bank.
pareho na
Eh, kung isipin na ang sinusunod natin, sir, okay na yung suggestion ni Mr. Na natin 10 naman, para talaga mahal yung technical na
If I
aspect.
may, can we not do it as 80-20, the same as the...
Same
Hindi
as
kasi ang
the
concern
other
nila is technical.
Hindi na tayo...
Ang concern daw nila is kailangan technical.
Yeah, that's why
Kasi
it's
kasi
80. 80, very safe
I-expect
yan.
naman natin kasi yung mga, ano, yung mga
Financial, kasi
observe sila ng
after
ABC.
commission, baka mag-submit
Then
sila.
Tsaka-
the evaluation,
Tsaka hindi natin alam kung sino sasagot dyan. First time natin
i-check
dyan.
na lang yung ano mo.
Baka bigla marami sumali dyan maano tayo, mabulagan tayo.
Isa pa yun.
Kung marami, okay. Kung wala.
20 pa din, pero yung qualifying mark ang i-aataas.
Wala ka.
80. Uy, sobrang
Walang
75.
mag-qualify sa walang mag-qualify sa
Practice na lang, di ba pwede practice na lang natin?
Yes, 90-10.
Sanay na naman tayo doon sa 80-20.
So, sige, what's the final
practice na lang.
proposal?
So, ano yun? So, it's QCD.
We are more comfortable with the 90-10.
Hindi ba magsasuffer yung capability mo
Hindi, 90-10.
for pag-10?
Saan naman
Financial lang
tayo?
naman.
Kasi hindi
Pero
yung
financial.
capability to finance yung project nila, yung gagawin nila, yung undertaking.
Hindi, based on financial proposal nila.
Hindi, ang 10 natin hindi sa kanila, yung evaluation. Kasi 10 lang yung ating percentage for the consideration na financial capability yun, hindi
Hindi
yung
ka
sa
kapilip
kanila.
niya, proposal natin.
Hindi, proposal lang nila
Proposal,
yung
ano yung bid amount?
bid amount nila yung 10
Kaya nga.
sa
Ang
financial.
STEM lang instead ng 20.
Oo, instead na 20. 10 yung weight ng
Then
financial.
90% is the technical. Then 10% is the financial.
Pero meron kang qualifying
Ano
mark
ba
of
i-evaluate yung 10%?
ano,
Yung total amount
low.
nila.
Where may formula yung
Ito
kanina.
yung kanina.
Kasi hindi ko lang alam yung mathematical ano lang. Parang kung 10% yung financial, so maliit lang siya.
Malit lang yung way niya.
Nakabukas.
Yung weight niya lang.
Yung weight niya lang.
Hindi ko
Wait.
parang quality ba yung maging yung
Yeah.
Mas quality
service?
ang
Ito, magiging
mas quality ang tinitingnan mo. Kasi 90%
Oo,
ang
kahit
titingnan
na-
mo ng ano, kahit na mababa siya,
Possible
kahit
na.
mababa yung ano niya, yung kanyang proposal, pero hindi siya mataas sa technical,
Talo.
hindi niya
Hindi
sign
niya
siya
maano.
siya yung ano natin.
hindi maano.
Kahit mababa
Hindi
yung
mabibigit
offer
yun.
Kahit mababa yung offer niya, kasi 10% lang.
Lowest divided by amount.
Rated yan, hindi siya calculated with 10%.
Pag nang mamadaliin, hindi ko pwedeng another presentation. Yung magbigay na ng another presentation. Kasi pagka inano na natin ito,
Now, do we need to further study this and present it again? Or we will just take, approve it, considering the suggestions? Or we need further study? So any motion?
Miss Vice Chair, I move that I move for the resetting of the pre-procurement conference for the consultancy services for the inventory structural investigation, etc. for further study of the TWG and of the bank.
Upon motion, duly made and seconded, the scope of services and features of the consultancy services for the inventory and structural investigation survey of all marine structures and its accessories at selected ports nationwide and development of asset management system for ports. Package 1 will be subjected to further study and will be presented again for another pre-procurement conference.
Ano gagawin?
Sorry.
Revise?
Sorry. Sorry.
Hindi, part lang yan ba? Kasi
Eligibility lang for application. Actually, ako di maintindihan.
Kasi ako yung una sa
Ay,
kasi ano,
ate may
parang bahala. Alalahanin ko, procedural ganito.
Ito tuloy to.
Big boy. Big boy yan.
Siguro you should also consider yung proposals ng mga back members. Yun yung 90, 10, tapos ano, tapos yung qualifying mark. Siguro gano'n, ano yung ilang